AriasWave video, and yes, we have seen a bit of a change in the analysis now. I do think that there is a big possibility that we could have finished this correction now, and the reason for that is because of the last low that was put in and the subsequent bounce. At this point, it looks very possible that we are looking at the end of this correction that was in process since we bounced in that Trump announcement of the strategic reserve. I think that was an A. This is a B. I don't really have much option now but to call this a weak 5-wave move, wave C. This one probably has been the most hardest to figure out, and I think, and the reason why I think that is because of what happened recently. Right, this produced what looks to me like a zigzag wave D, right? So in a correction, basically when you're going to the downside, right, you have the counter trend correction. You get your A, your B, your C, your D, and your E, right? And there are only two zigzags that point in the direction of the dominant trend. It's a B and a D, right? So there's already one here, a B. Now this has now created a second one to the downside, a D, right? So the reason why this is becoming a bit clearer now is because if you zoom in to the 5-minute chart on this, right, the subsequent bounce was a 5-wave move of some sort, followed by another 5-wave move. Right, so the only thing that could be in this position right now would be either a zigzag or the beginning of the next move down. But we have to break, right? Actually, we have to break this in the wrong spot. Hang on. We have to break this low down here to confirm it. So a break of 81,222 area roughly would basically say, okay, there's a good chance that this correction is now over and we could be going down in either a wave 3 or a wave C in parentheses, right? The other thing it could be is the correction unfolding still, right? Which I don't think that's really possible at this stage because, you know, if we did go down again from the end of a perceived correction here, you'd break the low. So I have a feeling that if we come back down here, it's going to break the low. What else could it be to the upside? I mean, is there a chance that this is the beginning of an E wave that's still yet to unfold in a much larger way? Look, that is possible. It's not impossible, but from what I can see across the broader markets, everything's looking pretty bearish right now. I do think that the rejection that we did get at the larger degree, right? I'll just turn on the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, the 1000 period was hit. It completely rejected it, right? And it didn't break the confirmation area that which I had mentioned before. It did not break that at all, which to me obviously paints the picture of a D and E pattern, and that this is now getting rejected at the 200 period moving average. So it's the second rejection, right? And I think now we are going to continue to move lower in the next move, right? So that's not a bad thing, right? If we break 81,222, the stop goes at 84,715 if you're not already short. So I think this is where we're at the moment. I've had to just concede defeat to the analysis of this wave and just use the other logic that I have, which is basically the two zigzags to the downside, followed by a 5-wave move up and down. this to me is more evidence than I need to actually become bearish and go short this market. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. That's where I'm looking to now. We tried to go long. Clearly that didn't work. Whether the pattern was too hard to read or whatever it is, it doesn't matter anymore, because the 2 zigzags down to me is enough evidence. There's no other, can't picture any other pattern where this type of setup would have a similar look to it. So I'm fairly certain that that's it. This whole move down has been corrected, and now we're going to continue lower. So I'll keep you updated on this one once we break that low, if we break that low, and I will post a separate chart as well. Thanks for watching.